So my name is Que Tran, so I lead technology and transformation for Europe at DP World. So I actually started initially off in my career as an accountant for my sins, quickly pivoted, as they like to say, into technology, initially starting in software development. Then I've essentially through my career gone through the whole technology stack. So through software development, operations, infrastructure, program management, cybersecurity, strategy, and it leads me to today where I lead technology for Europe. I would say in between then I've worked for various organizations, mostly on a global or regional level. My current role is at DP World. We're a global end-to-end supply chain logistics provider handling about 10% of the world's container cargo. Prior to DP World, I was actually a diplomat at the Commonwealth for a term, which obviously helped to extend my consensus building and stakeholder skills. Early in my life, I had an opportunity to use computers. I think it's sometimes in life it's about opportunity, sometimes about chance, and so forth. I think I was quite fortunate growing up in an era where personal home computers were a big thing at the time, which gave me the opportunity to be curious, to look, understand. You had to, in those days, program your own applications and games. That gave me a good understanding of actually having the curiosity and capability to see how powerful technology could become even at that early stage, and obviously that's evolved into a career over the many years. I think it's important to understand really the business you're in. So I've worked in multiple industries across my career, be it in software, be it in advertising and media, be it in market research, be it in manufacturing, be it in financial services, be it now in maritime and then transport and logistics. And I think it's important to firstly come with an open mind. A lot of times as technologists, we come with a particular technology in mind. So obviously currently top of mind is AI. So can AI solve anything? But I think it's going a few steps backwards and really understanding your organization. Actually, what is my organization about? What is my organization's position in the industry? And what do they want to achieve within the industry? And actually, what are the kind of challenges, obstacles that are stopping my organization in achieving that? And then that's where then you look at the technology, solutions, products, and so forth, which can help take your organization onto that journey to where they want to be. So we've invested in AI over a number of years. It's as a global organization, we have a huge amount of data, and I think initially actually with AI, it was actually to clean the data. The assumption is with AI you can get started straight away, but actually you need good data. You need good data before then you can actually translate that into good outcomes and so forth. And then we've used many use cases for AI in organizations to optimize what I would call optimize the operations. So optimize how we operate, automate our systems, both digital and physical. So we're one of the few global port operators that has a fully automated port terminal in Rotterdam in the world. So obviously that helps to improve both efficiency but also safety in a physical business where you remove the risk and so forth. I've been involved things inside the organisation and outside the organisation as well. So we have a program called Mentor Her, which is mentoring someone within the organisation to help them, act as a guide, a mentor to help them, provide the sort of another perspective on the opportunities out there in the organisation and outside maybe sometime of their current area they're working at. So I've done that a few years in a row. There was a lady I mentored who was actually a financial controller, understanding how she could become a finance director, and that was hugely, hopefully impactful for her as it was for me in doing that. And there's other elements as well. So I was also involved in the Young Women's Trust. So that was just helping to review CVs for young females. And that wasn't just in technology. That was just, across all industries where, spending maybe an hour or so reviewing a CV, providing feedback, hoping to improve the opportunities of those to get a foothold into the various kind of career journeys they were embarking on. Be curious to learn. I think a lot of times we I think learning is a thing we do up until we finish, our education, be it school, university, or further education, or so forth, and then the learning suddenly stops. And I think so we learn, work, and then retire. I think that was the traditional model. I think it's more kind of learn, work, learn, train, free time. I think it's understanding that actually it's a continuous learning and evolving across different industries, and having an open mind in through your career. I think it's also being able to self-reflect and actually look at what you've done, what you still need to do. A lot of times we kind of either overhype our own capabilities in certain areas, and I see that quite a bit in technology, but sometimes also underestimate our own achievements as well. So I think it's important to be have that sort of humbleness, but at the same time understanding that there's still more to learn. For me, especially in technology, there's a term I like to use, which is to kind of be a diplomatic rebel. Because a lot of times with technology, you're asking your organisation or the people to change the way they work with technology. So you're kind of almost disrupting the ways of working. So you need to do that in a way that actually you take people on board on the journey, and that's where the diplomacy comes in. Be open-minded, be curious to learn. You never know when the next big learning is going to come from. Put your hands up for certain opportunities. I think a lot of times in life we tend to regret the things we didn't do rather than the things that we did do. So it's actually having that open mind, especially in technology and programs and so forth. A lot of times, it either gets presented as a huge success or a tremendous failure. And a lot of times, sometimes that's true, a lot of times it's somewhere in between. But actually, even with failure, especially in technology, there's a lot to learn. And actually, that means that actually from one bad implementation, the next 10 implementations become a lot better and become successful. And that's how you kind of build upon, learnings and so forth across your career.